Chapter 3. She's enchanting and dangerous. After returning, Nian immediately went to catch up on some sleep, waking up the next afternoon. She took a shower, her long hair still damp, and only wore a loose white bathrobe that revealed her straight, jade-like legs. As she moved, the collar of her robe slipped, exposing a large expanse of her snow-white shoulder. She opened the fridge, popped open a can of beer, and hooked the ring on her pinky finger. Her shimmering eyes momentarily lost focus. Nian wasn't human. She was a 20,000-year-old clam spirit, though past the time of her eternal life. She occasionally ventured into the human world to experience life. This time, she had disguised herself as an abandoned orphan and was adopted by the Ni family, making do with human life. She thought it was just to kill time, but touching her heart, which had soaked in the deep sea for millennia, she realized she had learned something about familiar affection. With her stunning beauty, she didn't need much effort to become a small-time celebrity. 3 months ago, her foster parents and siblings from her hometown planned to visit Leon City to celebrate her birthday, but her agent had arranged for her to attend an award ceremony in N City. She personally rescheduled their tickets, asking them to come a few days later. Then an earthquake struck. Her foster parents and siblings perished in that disaster. Nian always felt that she was to blame for their deaths. If she hadn't entered the Ni family, they would have been safe. She ventured into the underworld, confronting the king of hell. Meng Po shook her head, informing Ni Yan that the family had died in a horrific manner, their souls wandering among the 3 realms. Unable to enter the cycle of reincarnation or be brought back to the living world, the only solution was to turn back time. Later, while sorting through her foster mother's belongings, Nian accidentally discovered a soul slumbering within in an ancestral piece of white jade. Using her magic, she awakened the person inside the jade. A man emerged, dressed in white, wearing a snow-white jade mask. The man said to her, "I can give you a rebirth pill, allowing you to return to any moment you choose." Thus, as a 20,000-year-old clam spirit, Nian bound herself to a system called Heart Attack. Nian spread her right palm, revealing 3 glowing circles visible only to her. These circles represented the 3 people she needed to conquer in this mission. When all 7 stars in each circle lit up, the conquest would be complete. Hangzi had 1 star lit, which had just brightened during yesterday's filming. What surprised Nian was that Qiao Shenyuan already had 3 stars lit, and it wasn't just from yesterday. As for the 3rd target, Wang Buyi, all 7 stars remained dark. After catching up on sleep, Nian had fully absorbed the original host's memories. She carefully recalled her past with Qiao Shenyuan. Regardless of how much Qiao Shenyuan had once liked Chen Yan, he indeed had feelings for her. Qiao Shenyuan had once confided in Chen Yan, but she had ignored it. As for why Qiao Shenyuan abandoned Chen Yan, it wasn't because she slept with that director. Qiao Shenyuan was a career-oriented man, one who would stop at nothing to achieve his goals. He thought trading his girlfriend for a night in exchange for fame and fortune was a good deal. So he did it. If he had to sleep with someone himself for success, he would have done it too. However, his ruthlessness, lack of principles, and desire for success meant that the women by his side had to bring him benefits. Like when he pursued Chen Yan because she was the top student in school. In the 3 years since their breakup, Qiao Shenyuan's girlfriends were either from wealthy families or popular celebrities. In other words, if Chen Yan had a powerful background or was famous in the entertainment industry, Qiao Shenyuan wouldn't have broken up with her. Nian took a sip of beer, leaning against the sofa, and let out a soft, cold snort. The real reason Qiao Shenyuan dumped Chen Yan was equally despicable. Xiang Shanzhen didn't need many scenes with a body double, but she had many literary and martial doubles for scenes like diving, horseback riding, dancing, sword fighting, and calligraphy. Xu Xiao and was almost always at the set. Mi Yan followed Xu Xiaoan around the set, truly just wandering around, not talking much to others. Occasionally, she would hold a plate of sweets, eating while watching others film. Over time, she became a unique sight on set. Sometimes when people greeted her, she would just smile slightly. Qiao Shenyuan initially thought Chen Yan was there for him and was annoyed by her constant loitering. But after some time, Chen Yan never approached him, didn't even look at him, treating him like care. Moreover, Qiao Shenyuan was surprised to find that others in the crew had a good impression of Chen Yan. He couldn't help but glance back, spotting Chen Yan whispering into Kang Zi's ear. She was very close, her lips almost touching Kang Zi's ear. Suddenly, he remembered her saying Kang Zi was promising. Qiao Shenyuan frowned. Kang Zi, after resisting for days, finally approached Chen Yan. He had no scenes that morning, and after looking over the script, he was distracted by Chen Yan's presence. He put down the script and walked over to her. "Are you here for Qiao Shenyuan?" Kang Zi asked with a smile. Mi Yan finished a small piece of dessert, licked the cream from her lips, and squinted her eyes, half smiling. "I'm here for you." Kang Zi didn't believe her. "What do you want?" Mi Yan placed the plate of sweets aside and looked at Kang Zi earnestly. "I'm here for you." Kang Zi stared into her eyes, which were too beautiful, almost bewitching, making him lose his ability to discern, nearly believing her lies. "If you're smart, don't play games, just say what you want. If you're worth the price." Mi Yan pressed a slender finger to her lips, choosing him. Her smile slowly spread, the process more enticing than the final seductive smile itself. She seemed a bit annoyed. "I forgot a word." "I'm here to sleep with you. I don't want your money or introductions to acting opportunities. I just want to sleep with you. Once is enough." Her beautiful eyes glanced over him. Then she whispered into his ear, "Your body is more appealing than those dirty notes." Kang Zi laughed out loud. Interesting. He turned to look at her again, reevaluating her face. She was straightforward, so he didn't need to be a fake gentleman. "Will you come with me after we finish shooting today?" Li Yan gave him a lustful look and licked her lips. Kang Zi handed her the plate of sweets. Laughing, "Eat this first." Zhao Xinshen's assistant called for Chen Yan from afar. Mi Yan gave Kang Zi a lingering glance, took a piece of sweet, and headed towards the studio. Today, she had a scene as a body double, her first time acting opposite Qiao Shenyuan. The scene was of the male lead rescuing the female lead from the water. The female lead, disheveled, was overwhelmed by the male lead's long-standing affection and succumbed to his advances. The female lead was hesitant, but eventually gave in. Qiao Shenyuan's brows were constantly furrowed, deeply averse to this scene. More precisely, he wasn't averse to intimate scenes, but to touching Chen Yan, especially in this way. He looked at Chen Yan, who was chatting and laughing with Su Zhaoyan, seemingly indifferent. Qiao Shenyuan's frown deepened. Following the script, Qiao Shenyuan was supposed to be moved by the female lead, pushing her down in a moment of passion. For the first time in 3 years since their breakup, he was this close to Chen Yan. Chen Yan's body cooperated with the struggle, her face showing the appropriate surprise, anger, and shyness. But her eyes were empty, looking at Qiao Shenyuan as if he were a stranger. Qiao Shenyuan pinned her hands above her head, and his gaze inadvertently fell on the scars on her wrist. Qiao Shenyuan's pupils contracted. Chen Yan had once attempted suicide for him. He looked into her distant eyes, and a complex emotion stirred within him. When they first broke up, Chen Yan had cried, made a scene, and even tried to hang herself, which she found annoying and foolish. Now, seeing those scars again after 3 years, he felt an indescribable sentiment. He had wanted her out of his life, to be completely unrelated. Now that she seemed to have truly let go, he felt a strange taste in his mouth. Li Yan gently nudged him with her knee. Qiao Shenyuan was startled. He had actually lost focus during filming. It was as if he had seen a ghost. His expression darkened, and he roughly tore at Chen Yunyan's clothes, completely forgetting the woman beneath him was Chen Yunyan, treating it as just another scene. "What?" was called, and Qiao Shenyuan immediately got it. Li Yan didn't rush to adjust her clothes but furrowed her brows, rubbing her wrist, which Qiao Shenyuan had pinched painfully. King Zi approached with a jacket, handing it to her, and personally helped her up. Ian gave him a knowing smile, and followed him out. As they passed Qiao Shenyuan, King Zi suddenly said, "Yan Yan is new here, be gentle with the young lady." Qiao Shenyuan glanced at Chen Yunyan, his face expressionless as he turned away. Directly reviewed the scene between Chen Yunyan and Qiao Shenyuan again. He turned to Xiao Shanchen, who was sipping hot tea in a rocking chair. He suddenly thought that if the lead actress of this film was Chen Yunyan, instead of Xiao Shanchen, the effect might be better. The lead actress was supposed to be a seductress who brought calamity. In terms of figure, appearance, and charisma, Chen Yunyan was more fitting. However, directly only entertained the thought. He had no interest in art films or movies that were critically acclaimed but not commercially successful. He wanted to make money. Money, money, money. Xiao Shanshen's fame was something Chen Yunyan, the little body double, lacked. In this era, a celebrity's star power was worth far more than their acting skills.